Thanks for your time, Mr. Raman. I wanted to discuss how HPE has evolved in terms of its HR strategies after the split with HPI.
Okay, that's a good question, and I keep getting asked this question very often. The people strategy of Hewlett Packard Enterprise is basically structured to focus on business impact. So we don't create a people strategy in isolation, but we build it in conjunction with overall business impact. So one of the key things that we're basically focusing on, if you have asked me to define people strategy for Hewlett Packard, I will say we want the right people at the right place, doing the right job, with the right attitude and the right culture. So we built this whole people strategy built around these five things: right people, right skill, right attitude, and right culture as I talked about. So we basically focused it on that. So that's how we are trying to, we're basically planning this whole journey of people strategy. So we're basically spending time to identify and hire the right people. Because when Hewlett Packard goes out there and asks for people to join us, we got large number of people who want to join us. We're lucky for the people excited about Hewlett Packard, they want to join us. But we are spending a lot of time on choosing the right talent. So that's one. Then we're spending a large amount of time making them right for the job. And that's important because always there's a rush about meeting companies and goals and results and what customers want. But we want to do that also, but we want to spend time on building skills. And we also spend a lot of time in bringing the whole culture of the company, saying what kind of culture we want and how do we make people aware of our culture and how do we make them successful. So that's the way you're basically focusing on the whole HR strategy.
Awesome. You just touched upon the right skill sets and you spend a lot of time finding the right talent. So, what are the top 5 skill sets that you're looking for as HPE in the talent today, particularly in the tech world?
Okay, there are quite a few things. So I think there are a few things that we basically look at is the skills. Okay, so depending upon what kind of role or a job that we're hiring for, we basically look at the skills for that. So that's given. In addition to this, what we definitely basically look at is how good is a person in working in a collaborative mode. Because if you want to be in a technology company and if you want to work in innovation, you cannot do it in isolation. You have to do it as a collaborative thing. So we are basically focusing on whole collaboration kind of a thing as to how that person is. So that's one area that we focus on. The other area that we focus on is on how open that person is into learning. Because we realize that you are not hiring skills for the lifetime anymore. I mean, I'm hoping everyone knows this by now. So we are going to hire for a period of time, and we need to retrain and train and retain that people over and over again. So there should be a large learning agility. So in addition to skill, which is important, so are we going to create hire someone for Java or .NET or whatever, which we do hire, all important skills. But on top of it, look at collaboration, innovation, and we has an open learning agility. So that's the 3 key things that we basically focus on.
Sure. How has hiring pattern changed overall for HPE, particularly with automation coming in a lot of processes? Has this also resulted in some kind of a slowdown in hiring or job cuts eventually?
No, we've not done any job cuts. So in India, we've not done any job cuts. We've been very focused on hiring people. What we've also done in a pretty programmatic way, in a very structured way, we started hiring a lot of people from campuses in the last couple of years. So we spend a lot of time hiring from campuses. We have been very slow of hiring from campuses in the last if you look at 5 years, 6 years back, we were very slow from campuses. But we've really upped that in the last 2-3 years. Today we bring in at least around 15% of our workforce from the campuses.
15% you said?
15% of our new hires in a year.
Sure.
And it's a number that we are working on. Are we good at that? I don't think we can do better than that. But we reached a number of 15% of this year of total number of hires that we do. And that runs into thousands and thousands of hires that we do in a year, right? So I think that's where the campus is one of the key focuses that we have basically done for this year. In addition to that, we also focus a lot on building skills in existing people, so they can take in new roles that are coming in. In the past, we had gone out and hired for a lot of these skill sets, but we're spending a lot of time and effort to build skill sets. So we're doing it two-pronged, building for the future organization from within and hiring from campuses to make them grow with us. So that's the kind of approach we're taking.
So do you get automation ready skill force at the moment, or you have to train them on campus once you hire people from the campus?
Yeah, so it depends how you define automation, basically. Okay, so a lot of work is happening in the area of, say, Internet of Things, IoTs, or in the area of smart cities in the country. Do we have people who know exactly what to do from the campus? No, they don't. And we don't expect people to, half the industry is anyway learning at this point. But what we are doing is that we're getting in people with the right skills and then grooming them up on it. We realize in a technology company, we got to always have that whole ecosystem working, that we train people, groom people for the new technology. We're not getting them directly out of the colleges for sure at this point in time. We're focusing to groom them as they come in.
Sure. Do you believe that coding contests these days are helping more to hire the right kind of talent and skill set that IT companies want?
So we've not used coding contests to hire at this point of time, but we've done what we refer to as the hackathons in our companies, and it's more done to create solutions for the society, because we think that's a good way of giving a platform for people. Because we're a technology company, we can give them technology to work on, and we say we do create apps or something which can we go back to the society. So, example, we created an application for blood banks in Bangalore, so that went off pretty well. So I will not comment on the coding of the coding helps for hiring, but what it does really help is that we give the prospective employees or the campus college students an opportunity to work and dabble with the right technology and the real technology and get some real solutions to work on. Because while they're learning, they're always in that incubated area, right? So we give them the right platform to work on, which I think is very important. It's not only important for the college students, but also good for us, because we're making them that much ready for their career when they come in. When they come and join us or join somewhere, doesn't matter, but they're more industry relevant at that point, which is good for the economy of the country.
Sure. What are your hiring plans for this remaining year and the next year?
So our hiring plans have been going. This year has been very high. So I'll not get in direct numbers, but we've grown. The target of hiring that we have is almost 60% more than what we had in the last year or year before that. So this year has been a real double down on hiring for us in India, and we have had large numbers in our services business, numbers that we've not had in the past, not that much, but the numbers are good.
Sure. What are the key domains, technology domains, where HP is really focusing on when it comes to hiring?
So, we basically are focused on 2-3 things. Cloud is one of the areas that we're basically focusing in. And then we're also focusing on the overall big data kind of stuff that we're basically focusing on. So big data, cloud are the key areas that we're basically focused on as we are staffing up in the country.
Sure. What are the key ingredients that a candidate should have to be hired in a company like HP?
So I think there's one thing that I will say as the key ingredient, and it's difficult to test, but I want everyone who wants to join HP put their hand on the heart and say that. Either that he or she should have the passion to be successful. The point that we sometimes see is that people just come in and they don't want to give something with the passion, but we want folks to come in and give them passion in the work that they do. That's a key ingredient that we look for. That's a secret sauce I think we look for.
Sure. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Raman.
Thank you very much.